What is up, everyone? I am Jack Slater, the one, the only, the comic outlaw. You know who I am? The man with the master plan. And we're doing Maximum Carnage, part 12 of 14. Man, this one's been stretching on and on and on. But I guess good fights are that way, It's Team Spider-Man versus Team Carnage. And here and there's been wins for Spider-Man, but Carnage has had the upper hand. So we're going to see how they're going to deal with everything. Now this is just recapping everything that's going on. Shriek laid down like this sonic vibe, and what it is, it's been stressing people out, making them feel bad vibes, violent vibes, urges, and the good people of New York have been fighting it, but sooner or later people have just been giving in to the urges. They've been rioting, attacking, looting, and Captain America is doing his best to, stem the flow, but they're not only fighting the villains, they're fighting their way through the people as well, trying to do as much damage control as possible, because these people are just ripping apart their own city. And one person that's kind of feeling the effects of this is Peter's father, I guess. Yeah, he came and went for a short time, and he's kind of arguing with Mary Jane, and she's calling him out for being a cynic, which is odd because she's been criticizing Peter being Spider-Man for the whole time. So it's just kind of another turn for Mary Jane. And of course, back in the good old Statue of Liberty, Carnage is of course still torturing Venom. Roasting him over a fire. Like the kind of father-son bonding, symbiont bonding. And as you can see, they got the fire really going now. And Venom is at his wit's end. Basically begging for mercy, wanting to die. But Carnage just isn't going to let that happen. Carnage tells him, I want to torture you for weeks. Make you beg, turn into a pitiful cockroach. And now he pulls out that gun. That very fun, special gun. The Reed Richards invented. And he's going to give Venom a taste of the sonic gun. But all of a sudden, some black goo pours out. And you find out that this was just a plan for Venom to play possum. To learn about Carnage, his weaknesses, and more importantly have this as a backup plan just in case he got jumped and captured. So the rest of the symbionts kind of sprays all over him, and re-energizes Venom, and he knocks Carnage through the ropes and escapes. Because even though he was playing possum, he was getting tortured, he needs to regroup, he needs a little time to get himself together, and Carnage is royally pissed off. Meanwhile, Cloak is at a church begging. He's lost without his light side. He's lost without Dagger. And he's begging, saying, help me, please. For this man walks in darkness. He's living darkness. And now Captain America, like I said, is fighting his way through the people, along with Deathlock. And the villains are just watching. Just thinking how pathetic. Just instead of killing them, they're just wading their way through them. And this is where the villains have the advantage. And of course, Captain America being Captain America, Shriek still kind of worries if there's more they could do. There's more ways she can amp it up. Because when she did that big sonic explosion, it influenced all of New York. And it has just been bad for the superheroes all the way through. So they kind of retreat for now. Regroup the villains, and they kind of leave the rioters to deal with the heroes, to wear them down. Now Firestar is kind of reining the crowd in, but she's worried, She kind of dropped the ball. She had Carnage at her mercy, and she let him go. Meanwhile, Iron Fist is meditating, trying to do this meditation technique from Tom Lyle, trying to calm the people down as well as himself. But there's a problem. There's too many people, too many minds to calm down, to reach out to, and sooner or later he loses control. But not only that, it kind of reverses on him, and he begins to feel the effect of that sonic negativity blast, and he just is pissed, and he's about to lash out with that Iron Fist. And if he lashes out with that Iron Fist, they're finished, until Spider-Man comes, swoops in, and brings Iron Fist back to his senses. But Spider-Man is having a rough go of it. He's frustrated. they can't seem to get a win. He doesn't want to go against his rules, but he feels like he's going to have to. He feels like things are hopeless, you know. The situation just keeps going from bad to worse. His Cloak is on his knees begging him from a way to find his way out of the darkness and lead back into the light. And Spider-Man, you know, is at his wit's end, but then he goes, wait a minute. Something appears in front of Cloak, a shining light, and a smile goes across his face as the church beams with its bright light. Now, Shriek and the gang are, you know, having fun killing people. Carnage comes back, pissed off from losing Venom, so he takes it out on her. Basically saying, you know, he's mad that she's killing without his permission. You know, he runs the show. And this is kind of the problem with the bad guys. You know, this is where they sort of fall apart. Of course, the double ganger tries to defend its master. And the other two guys are just kind of standing there waiting to see which way this goes. Because the Demon Goblin's just there to kill, you know, good people that he refers to as sinners. And Carnage just beats the crap out of the double ganger. And right when it seems the villains are going to turn on Carnage, you know, and the Demon Goblin is just about to explode and attack Carnage himself, of course, the good guys show up. And again, this unites the villains, you know, well, they have to. So they pull together, you know, to attack the heroes. But all of a sudden, right when the battle's about to go down, right when the war is about to ensue, a light appears, a bright, shining light. And for all that Carnage did, for all the darkness he brought, it is time for him to walk and face the light. For Dagger is back. She's appeared out of nowhere, and she's ready with Cloak to attack Carnage. But will it be enough? Will they be able to stop them? Or will the rampage continue? We'll find out the next time, and I'll catch you on the flip side.